When you sit with someone in full presence, you don't just hear their words, you hear what they're not saying. You don't just see their smile, you feel the tremble behind it. And in that moment you meet a mirror. Not the kind that flatters, not the kind that distorts, but one that reflects you back, raw, honest and unfiltered. I found myself softening, laughing when something wasn't funny, agreeing when my heart screamed otherwise, adjusting myself so they'd stay. And I called that love, but really it was fear. Fear of being abandoned, fear of being too much or not enough. You see, survival wears many disguises. It looks like compromise, sounds like politeness, feels like connection, but deep down it's the sound of you disappearing. I used to think my relationships were broken, that I chose the wrong people. But over time I realized they weren't broken, they were mirrors, sacred ones, reflecting back who I believed I was and showing me who I was afraid to become. Then one day I met someone different. They didn't chase me, they didn't coddle me, they didn't shrink so I could shine. Instead, they stood still, clear, unafraid. Their presence didn't demand I become smaller. It invited me to rise. This was no longer a relationship based on emotional transactions. It was an initiation. They didn't rescue me, they revealed me. And in that sacred space, I saw who I was when I wasn't performing, who I was when I wasn't proving. Honestly, it terrified me, but it also set me free. Because when someone reflects your truth, not just your charm, not just your wounds, but your actual unpolished, unperformed self, you're left with a choice. Do I shrink or do I become? And so I chose. I chose to stay, to let that mirror hold me accountable, to stand inside the discomfort until it became strength. Because real love, love that grows kingdoms, doesn't coddle your excuses. It calls out your excellence. It asks for your backbone, not just your heartbeat. It doesn't just hold space for your feelings, it holds fire for your becoming. Now I look back and realize every relationship, every tension, every ache, every goodbye was a part of the refining. Every mirror I avoided was one more chance to meet the king inside me I hadn't claimed. So if you find yourself in a relationship that challenges you, that stretches you, that doesn't settle for your halfway version, stay awake, because you might not just be in love, you might be standing in the very fire that's forging your crown. And when that happens, you don't just fall for someone, you rise into someone, because what your relationships reveal is the sovereign you've become.